Did you know that a single stretch of water in Central America transformed the United States into a global superpower? From colonial ambitions to modern geopolitics, the Panama Canal has been a cornerstone of U.S. influence worldwide. In this video, we're diving into how this man-made marvel changed the trajectory of history and why it remains a key player in global trade and power dynamics today. Welcome to Econ Atlas, where we uncover the economic and geopolitical forces shaping our world. Let's get started. Let's rewind to the early 20th century. The idea of cutting through Central America had been discussed for centuries, but it was the United States under President Theodore Roosevelt that turned this bold vision into reality. Why? Because controlling a direct passage between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans wasn't just a convenience. It was a gateway to global dominance. Imagine the advantages. Ships could bypass the long and treacherous journey around the southern tip of South America. For the U.S., the canal wasn't just a project, it was a statement of power. This audacious move positioned the U.S. as a global player, sending a clear message to the world: America was here to lead. Now let's put things into perspective. Imagine you're a shipping company in the early 1900s. Before the canal, sailing from New York to San Francisco meant traveling nearly 13,000 miles around South America. But with the Panama Canal, that distance was slashed by over 8,000 miles. The result? Faster trade, lower costs, and an undeniable edge for the United States in global commerce. The canal didn't just reshape shipping, it positioned America as the gatekeeper of world trade. This engineering marvel was more than a shortcut. It became a lifeline for international trade and a symbol of the U.S.'s ability to think big and act boldly. But how did the U.S. gain control of this critical waterway? Let's not forget the role of geopolitics. In 1903, the U.S. supported Panama's independence from Colombia, paving the way for the construction of the canal. In return, America signed a treaty granting itself control over the canal zone. This wasn't just engineering, it was strategic diplomacy. Some called it diplomatic colonialism, but the impact was clear. The U.S. solidified its dominance in the Western Hemisphere. The canal sent a strong message to the world. America was no longer just a regional power. It was a rising force on the global stage. Fast forward to today. Even though Panama took control of the canal in 1999, its importance hasn't diminished. In fact, the canal's expansion in 2016 made it even more vital. It can now accommodate massive modern ships, keeping it a cornerstone of global trade. For the United States, the canal's stability and accessibility remain priorities. Why? Because of growing competition from global players like China. China has invested heavily in Latin America, forging trade agreements and infrastructure deals. For the U.S., maintaining influence over this critical trade artery is as important as ever. The Panama Canal is no longer just a symbol of the past. It's a battleground for modern geopolitics. The story of the Panama Canal isn't just about digging a waterway, it's about vision, strategy, and power. It's a reminder of how infrastructure can shape economies and redefine global politics. As we look to the future, the Panama Canal stands as both an inspiration and a cautionary tale. It shows us what's possible when ambition meets opportunity, but also highlights the costs of striving for dominance. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history and geopolitics. What do you think? Has the Panama Canal cemented America's legacy as a global superpower? Or does its history raise questions about the balance of power in international relations? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Econ Atlas. We'll be back with more deep dives into the forces shaping our world. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the bigger picture.